You could go back and watch every single one of my videos, all 1,557 of them, and not find one indication that I love fish. Well, I do, and I'm not talking about carp, halibut, or rainbow trout. I'm talking about Trey Anastasio and the gang, and one song that is particularly near and dear to my heart is Waste, which is why today I humbly present you with the world's most definitive guide to playing Waste on the guitar. By the way, did you notice that 1,558 videos into my YouTube experience, have finally made a piece of merch? So go get your very own black and white Turtle Boss t-shirt at the link in the description. Now I'm going to show you 3 ways to play this song. They all have their advantages and disadvantages, and this first way is the way I've been playing it since 2002 with my college band, Standpipe Tilly. Shout out to Brett, Bob, Tom, and Tom. That's true. And the advantage here is we're in standard tuning, though I cannot find one example of Trey playing this way. Though these are the chords, and again, we're in standard tuning. So C, like normal, but we're going to add our pinky finger to the E string 3rd fret. That's a high G. That's why I call this chord C with a high G, or chig. Next comes C major 7. Remove your pinky and your pointer. To C7, pointer goes back, pinky goes on G3. Then we need the F note on the E string 1st fret, down to open, and then B3, that's that little run, followed by F. I'm going to play baby F, F minor, which means the G string goes down 1 fret, so my pointer finger is going to serve duty there, and then resolve to C. So here we go. Chig, major 7, 7, here's our run, F, minor, and C. That's your verse, 2002 Standpipe Tilly style. A Dream It's True is just F, F minor, C. Again, and I'd see it through. And then if I could be wasting my time with you is the verse. The disadvantage to this way is that when we get to the So If I'm Inside Your Head section, we need E flat. It's a bar chord. It's an A-shaped bar chord on the 6th fret. So A6, DGB 8. And we're going to do E flat, B flat, that's your E-shaped bar chord on the 6th fret, down to F, and C. And again, E flat, B flat, F, C. That's that part. And when he says to hear it, you're going to do your E flat, your B flat, and then it's the Come Waste Your Time With Me section, which is F, G minor, that's your E minor shaped bar chord on the 3rd fret, and then B flat. Come waste your time with me, F, G minor, B flat. And those are all the pieces, Mike, for the standard tuning version. If you're feeling adventurous, Trey Anastasio has been spotted in the wild playing it as follows in drop D. One disadvantage to this method is that you can't play along with the record because we've changed the key of the song from C to D. One advantage is there are no more bar chords. So start with think about your normal D chord, but we're going to keep the G2 and the B3, and we're going to add the A string, the E string, A note, that's where that came from, on the 5th fret. You can strum everything now. Pretty nice. Then we're going to go from 2-3-5 to 2-2-5. Now Trey has magic powers here. He can do this and I can't. So what he does is it's middle finger on G2, pointer finger on B1, and still somehow pinky finger on E5. I certainly cannot do that. So I'm just going to play a D7 chord. And you'll notice that that's the same progression. It's a D major 7, and a D7, just like we played C major 7, and C7. So here we go. High A note as long as we can. Our run is just the E string, 3, 2, O, and now we're going into G, but not like that because we're going to need to make it G minor. So it's baby F-shaped G into G minor, and then he goes back to D many times like this. It's B3, G2, and D4. This may look weird, but it's really just a D chord. Think about this. Your E string 2nd fret is an F sharp note, and your D string 4th fret is a D, E, F sharp note. So this is just another way to play D with an F sharp in the bass, but not even really that, because we're going to strum all the strings, and that's a pretty cool voicing. Play regular D if you want. I'm going to do it as Trey does. Here we go. Here's your verse. In drop D. A dream it's true for the drop D method is your G, your F-shaped G, to G minor, to D, however you want to play it. I'm going to play regular. And again, but I'd see it through. And then, of course, the verse for if I could be. I love that harmony. So if I'm inside your head, now it's F. We can't play the whole F because we're in drop D. You could play an F power chord. I don't think that fits the mood, so I'm going to play the kind of F that doesn't involve the E string. You could fret that E string 1st fret or not. It makes no difference. We got B1, G2, D3, A3. To C, to G, we can't involve that low string again, so it's just most of G, right? Just mute that string. And D. F, C, G, D. One more time. You'll see. To hear it, F, C, into the come waste your time with me, which is going to be G, just most of it, remember. A minor, C, G, A minor, C. And those are all the pieces for the adventurous drop D method. But if drop D isn't even adventurous enough for you, here is the final method. I believe this is the method on the record. Now, the advantage here is that it's the method on the record. The disadvantage is all of your strings need to go down one whole step. So you're going to be left with D, G, C, F, A, and D. And now you're going to do everything we just talked about, except now it's in the right key. So we're not in drop D anymore. You don't get to strum the E, and they used to be E and A strings through the whole thing. So it's this thing, but just 4 strings. Now that sounds exactly right to me. This thing, and again, I don't have the superpowers, so I'm just going to play regular D7 with the run. G, G minor, and I'm going to play regular D. And that's your verse. Man, that sounds cool. I keep almost reaching for C, because it's the way I've been doing it for so long. D. A dream it's true in the whole step down method is, of course, your G to G minor and just D. Do it again. But I'd see it through. And then your verse. If I could be. So if I'm inside your head, now we don't have to be careful about the wrong, now D string, drop D thing. It's just F to C to G to D, bunch of times, last time, F. To hear it, C. And then it's G, A minor, C. For Come Waste Your Time With Me. And those are all the pieces. Which means it's time for me to tell you to go use your earballs and figure out which one goes where when. Or, if you would find a playthrough helpful, you will find that on my Patreon. Link in the description. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that was fun and helpful, and I will see you next time with more stuff. Goodbye.